business trip.
Did the people move around?
It does tingle a little bit. All right, it's top three time. If you're new to top three, what we're going to do is we're going to pull out a poker chip out of this bag. It has a number, and on a spreadsheet, we've got a corresponding question to go with that number. If you want to be part of top three, you could submit your top three topic to the DPI podcast over on our website, patm disneytravel.wixsite.com/planning, and it's going to be up in the top right corner. All right, Peter, you ready to do this thing? All right. So we are looking at number...
It was last week's.
Number 10. 10. And number 10 is going to be 10. Things to do during Christmas time at Walt Disney World.
All right, good. Like, if you would have said the one that I just added to the top three list, I was good. Matt, come on. You cannot hit things so on the head. This is a good one. This is a good topic because this is, the season we're heading into. We're going into Thanksgiving this week. Yeah, we need to start thinking, what the heck am I doing if I'm going down there during Christmas time?
All right. You have 20 seconds starting now.
Planning your first trip and getting overwhelmed by all the details? Planning your next trip and just want some new suggestions on things you haven't tried? Contact me at Princess and the Mouse Travel, and I'd love to work with you planning your next trip to the most magical place on earth.
You can contact Princesses and the Mouse Disney Travel on Facebook at PATM Disney Travel. All right, number 3. You started last week, so I am going to start this week with number 3. And I am going to say to do the Christmas tree walk at Disney Springs. Really cool thing, kind of outside of the parks, free of charge. And you get the snow, but a lot of different organizations and companies put together these fantastic Christmas trees down one of the main thoroughfares in Disney Springs, and you have a chance to walk through and check them all out. And it's a really cool thing. If you've ever done a Christmas tree stroll in your hometown or done a Christmas tree auction, kind of the same principle. They have a theme every year, and like I said, these companies and these organizations come together and kind of try and put their tree together to best encompass that theme. And you get the Snope, you get Christmas music playing through it. It just really cool part of the Christmas season down there that not a lot of people know about. Peter, what's your number 3 going to be?
I am going to, it's kind of along the same idea as what you're going with, but I'm going to say if you go down during the holiday season, take a day where you take a break and just go, maybe by making some dining reservations or just kind of planning your day in this way, just go check out some of the resorts and their holiday decor. Like, for example, a really cool thing to do, even if you're not staying in that area, something very easy that you could do for the day is you could jump on the monorail and spend a bit of time in Polynesian, in Grand Floridian, in Contemporary, and even jump the boat over to Wilderness Lodge really easily. And those 4 deluxe resorts have huge holiday decor in their lobbies, to where if you kind of bundle it into maybe a dinner at Artist Point, or a breakfast at Chef Mickey's, or a lunch at Kona Cafe or 1900 Park Fair, like, you could just spend a day kind of relaxing your way around from resort to resort, kind of taking it in, seeing what it's all about, and really like enjoying some of the big decoration that occurs. Especially, all the resorts put up decoration, but the deluxe resorts go all out in decorating their lobbies for the Christmastime season. So I'm going to kind of piggyback that idea that there are some unique experiences there that are not necessarily in the parks that are worth your time checking out while you're down there for Christmas.
All right. That is a quality start. That is a quality start. Let's go to our number 2s. So my number 2 is going to be to do the cookie stroll in Epcot. This is one of my wife's favorite things to do. Basically, every festival at Epcot has some kind of work your way around the world showcase guide, basically. With Food and Wine, it's the cheese guide. With Festival of the Arts, it's got a guide. With Flower and Garden, there's a guide. So, each one of the festivals have their own guide. For the Christmas festival, for the Festival of the Holidays, it's a cookie guide. And you can grab it at most of the little stands that are around. And it will kind of guide you around to all the stands and what cookies are at each stand. And if you get one of those cookies, which range in cost from about $4 to $7 per cookie, if you get all the cookies, you get a free cookie at the end. And it's a really cool, fun thing. You can introduce kids to some different flavors, some different types of cookies, that kind of thing. B, it's just a lot of fun to just eat cookies and walk around Epcot and just make a night of it. The last time we went down there for Christmas, we took one night, and that's all we did that whole night was just work our way around, get the cookies, stop and watch the shows that were going on, and just had a lot of fun doing that. So, my number 2, do the cookie stroll at Epcot during Festival of the Holidays. Peter, where are you going for your number 2?
So I am going to kind of piggyback on you again because my number 2 was about Festival of the Holidays. On mine, for Festival of the Holidays, it is a really, really amazing time to just enjoy that festival in general. Now, Matt has a very specific thing to do, similar to the Emil's Fromage Montage and the Spike the Bee, Pollen Hunt, and all this other stuff. But the Festival of the Holidays, one of the things that they really focus on as you go from country to country is displays, stands, and other things that celebrate the cultural traditions that are unique to Christmas time in all of these different countries. And so while you are doing that cookie stroll, make sure to really take your time and kind of bring in some of the different cultural things that these different countries do to celebrate Christmas time, because that's really what Festival of the Holidays is all about, is either showing you some unique traditions that they do to celebrate Christmas or other unique cultural religious celebrations that happen around this same December time frame of the calendar year. So I'm going to go broader and say, make sure that you take in all that happens in the World Showcase in terms of decor and celebrating cultural festivities around this time of year, and taking the other aspects of Festival of the Holidays over at Epcot.
All right. Now to our number 1 choices. We could have made this extremely obvious and done something like do a very merry Christmas party or something like that. But my number 1 is actually going to be enjoy Hollywood Studios. I love Hollywood Studios at Christmas time. It is my favorite park. It is like, it hits my, if I was to live in any era time frame, it is Hollywood Studios at Christmas. That late 40s, early 50s into the 60s, kind of that retro, just tinsel everywhere, big band music playing, Christmas songs, just the feeling there is awesome. And then on top of that, if you go usually either the first or the second week in November, you can get yourself involved in some of the tapings that go on there for the holiday specials that are shown on Thanksgiving Day and on Christmas Day. And it's a really, really, really cool park to be at during Christmas. And not to say that the other ones aren't, but man, there's just something about going and stopping at the Trolley Car Cafe, getting a beverage, hanging out, listening to Christmas music, seeing all that tinsel, and just, knowing that you're at Disney for another day in the holidays. So For my number one, it is enjoying Hollywood Studios. Peter, what's your number one?
Okay, so as you just kind of mentioned, we could really easily say, hey, go do a very Merry Christmas party or things like that. But, we're not going to go there because you and I have already talked about the Christmas party and what to do at it on previous episodes, including your incredibly fortuitous random draw the week that we talked about the Christmas party. But for me, here is my number one. If you are down there on Christmas Day, make Santa visit your room. Like, there are totally ways to get this done, because you as a parent might be thinking, no, this is impossible. No, there are totally ways to get it done. Whether you sneak some wrapping paper into your suitcase, or you have guest services wrap gifts for you, or you grab wrapping paper while at the park, there is wrapping paper available, and it's relatively easy enough with a little bit of logistical planning to leave a parent behind or grab some stuff and have it sent to the room or held at guest services for you to then, just kind of excuse yourself from the room, head over to the main lobby, wrap up the gifts, have them stored at luggage services, let them stay there, sneak them into the room, hide them behind a curtain or whatever have you, or leave them up at bell services, and then after the kids go to bed, go up on the night before and say, hey, I have those things that you're holding for me. Thank you so much. Sneak back into the room, set them out for you. Like, we have done this with our kids. We've been down there at Easter, and having the Easter Bunny visit while you're at Disney is just a trip. And so, same thing on Christmas Day. If you're going to be there Christmas Day, have Santa visit your room. And then, to top that all off, have a reservation for Magic Kingdom, go do the special Magic Kingdom things, like see the special fireworks, like go on Jingle Mountain, all the things that are from the party that they do exclusively on Christmas Day for those who are coming to that park that day. Have Santa visit your room, then go enjoy Magic Kingdom on Christmas Day. If you are down there on Christmas Day and celebrate Christmas, that is my number one thing that we need to be able to do if we're down there on Christmas.
Yeah, we were down there a couple of years ago, and we were able to do that. We took down a little mini tabletop tree and got some stockings to hang on our hotel room door, and Santa found us. So it's a great thing to do with kids. Definitely want to continue just that tradition. It's not only something that happens at home, it happens other places too, and he's going to find you if you do the right things. So, Peter, where can people find you?
Well, as always, you can find me on Facebook's the easiest way. Type in Disney Travel Agent or Princesses and the Mouse, and I'll be up there relatively quickly on that search results. And I'd love to talk to you about making this happen. It's never too early if kind of hearing about this Christmas magic makes you go, oh, wow, that would be amazing. It is not too early to start talking to me about what December of 2023 looks like. In fact, I would even say, with regards to our previous show, if you watched that one from last week, this is exactly what Matt and I were talking about. As close as you can get to a year out, the better.
Yeah, it is. It is. And if you want to get those harder to get hotel reservations and that kind of thing, you want to be right on the ball when they release those rooms. Well, Peter, thank you for joining us, bud. Have a good week, and we will talk to you next week. Hey, thanks for checking us out today. Don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons to help out the channel. Also, if you're looking for some more Disney content, check this out. I think you're going to like it.